talking about some job security. There's really not. Talking about wages. What's that? You just now started working from home on jobs you could work from home. Like, think about that. Call center jobs. I thought about that. When I grew up, call center jobs were so popular. And what did you do? You went all the way somewhere in a little cubicle to start dialing people up from a cubicle when you could have had I had a computer at home. I could be comfortable at home. All you did was log into a system. Some using the same platforms other people use. Verizon, Bell South, same platforms. If not, I think it might be safer, just depending upon. And I'm not sure if it's safer or not because I didn't get to properly whatchamacallit. I'm like, if your computer's up to date, because your computer might be more up to date than the one at work. But I'm like, all this stuff is now. So I'm like, nobody could even come to me and be like, "Oh, you're more what than what? You're just asking for money for tent city when your shelters are run like this." Like, you wouldn't even ask me $500 million from the government because I look at you and laugh. Like, look at what are your shelters and your streets doing right now? Oh, well, you're giving us more people. You can't even manage what you have. What's going to happen when you get flooded with money? People are going to do a money grab, throw up buildings, not know how to properly house them, or not give a dang, or play a game with it. And yesterday, like, it upset me because I was walking by, I was like, dang, if something is still, like everybody been saying, y'all ain't went there at least fixed it up? Like, okay, you talking about you stealing, you taking, you doing this work. My ninja, I would have an apartment. I would have a car. Like, if I went and took something or used you for anything, I don't see how somebody can let it rock with their conscience not to make sure something is okay. Like, I'm like, you know what? No, somebody got to get this man an apartment. I don't care. I don't care what happened. I don't care. Like, nah, because this man did X, Y, and Z, and he was trying to do X, Y, and Z, typical QRST. Like, he need a place to stay, he need a car, and nobody better not come around here with no fuck shit. Excuse my language. Somebody's up there watching people come by. I'm like, okay, and I'm sitting up here worried to death, bro. This is what gets on my nerves. This is what makes me tired. And then somebody's like, don't worry. And I'm like, you know what? No, but I do, because stuff still kind of happens, bro. Like yesterday, I was like, what was that? I'm like, and I really tried. And this is why I got pissed, because I started thinking about it. I might not have nothing to go home and eat this afternoon. You don't know what's in my refrigerator. You're talking about trying to get and take and frustrate and blah, blah, blah. You don't even know what I got in my fridge right now, bro. And I'm not causing nobody no anxiety. I'm not doing nothing to nobody, just being in my own space. And then that whole thing when old dude came here, I was concerned about them. I'm like, are you okay? Because while people are kind of like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, yeah, I heard there was some episodes going on in here. Are you okay? You know what I mean? Like, when you're here talking about da-da-da-da, are you okay? Because they talking about just tossing you money. Lord knows your situation. You know what I mean? Lord knows. And you're telling me to do a whatchamacallit. I'm like, okay, you got all this stuff going on right now. That's not what I'm trying to like drop a hint to you. Like, baby, I don't know if that's legal. It might not be legal. You might want to stop while you're around here yelling it out. You know what I mean? I don't know if it is or if it ain't. I'm not sure. I think you can't do that, or you're not supposed to. It's supposed to give you um, like maybe money towards toiletries or something. I don't think they're supposed to like pay you to do that because basically they're giving you money off of what they make or something like that. I forget how it is. So I'm like, I don't think they're supposed to do that. I understand it's quote unquote helping you, but I'm like, it don't make no sense. I'm sitting here like, bro. And then I'm like at the police officers yesterday. I've been harassed. And y'all sitting there doing what? The same. I'm like, what the? And you know me and the white girl's about to get. And I don't get into it with females like that. I try not to, but I was like, is she talking about, oh, like, really? Plus, you know, I'm sitting down. Nah, never mind. You lost, like, what? Oh, yeah, kid. What? Like, out of the kindness of my heart, I was like, you know, let me just. First of all, I was going to get up anyway, but I'm like, I'm tired. But then I was like, nah, you know what? Let me set my butt back down. Let me get up. It was one to say, I'm here. You're not better than nobody else. I don't know who you think you are, but you're not that person. And all this and hair toss and all this extra stuff. First of all, is not that. And when I do, I make fun of it because, yes, you know how people get when they start tossing hair, like whatever, or excessively tossing hair. And if it ain't you, it ain't you. So you shouldn't take offense. But I'm sitting here like somebody keeps coming at me sideways, and it makes it hurt. Like it hurts my heart. You know what I mean? I'm like sitting here looking at this guy talking yesterday about energy and da da da. I'm like, but bro, how is your energy? How are you feeling right now? Stop listening. Stop. You know what I mean? And for a second, I saw a light, which I always do because I'm like, oh, like maybe they're actually being nice because they need to be, not need to be. They're feeling that like I might feel some type of way. But then I'm like, hold on, because are you doing it just for this whole gay straight thing? Because then you're like, if somebody's like, oh, move close to him, and da-da. I'm like, what? Like, so what is that about, bro? You know? I'm like, that. And then I'm like, is anybody talking about that? Because that's what happened. Like when you're talking about like dude down the hall, I remember whatchamacallit bringing it up. Even though you were talking to somebody that was harassing me, I asked you straight up, what do you do? You write. Boom. I was like, I got a heck of ideas. When it comes to putting stuff down on paper, I'm like, if you're better the writer, you know what? I got buku's ideas. And I'm sure half of the city heard them. 2 movies, I'm sure that would have sold like crazy. Actually, 3. And I don't play when I talk about like movies and da 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 and write and like no, I would go in. Like I had the whole thing laid out over there at the other projects towards the highway. Like from beginning to end almost. And the junk sounded good because I heard somebody that was kind of like feeling. I was like, okay, we kind of liking my ideas and da da da. I'm like, that junk is crazy. And somebody else is extra over here. I'm like, you can't sit and allow somebody to be so fucking extra just for what? You don't even know. Like you come and you fight for somebody. I'm like, how would you fight for somebody you don't really know the half? You risking your freedom. So it must be some other stuff going on, right? I'm looking at him like this don't make sense. You laughing, you smiling, you kicking while you at my door like you Mr. Big Puss. And I'm just like, okay, when they come arrest you for assault 3, or when you got restraining, or you got to go to court and you got all this stuff going on because you doing what? What was that game you was playing with the little, what's not badminton, with the scoop? I was like, oh, nice, wow. Oh, you're going to the marsh or something? Sometimes, oh, wow. African American play. That's what I'm like, I don't get like people. I don't get people. I really don't. I'm beginning not to. Yesterday, somebody's flat out telling y'all, yeah, I'm harassing him so that he'll do X, Y, and Z. I'm just like, what? And I commended some people because some people are like, oh, no, that's messed up. And they were kind of like, I'm out of here. But then some people are kind of like, oh, no, we need to. Why would you need to do that? Why wouldn't you just say, hey, Joseph, well, we notice when X, Y, and Z happens, blah, blah, blah. And we either want to study it, maybe it's trying to talk to us, maybe it's some weird evils that we need to kind of make sure we put a cap on. Why don't you just be honest? Oh no, it's not fun if we do it your way. We pay how much money to see something happen? So I'm sitting around here like all these other people. And then whatchamacallit, people trying to get sympathy. Oh, well, X, Y, and Z, you almost could have killed you could have killed George with that dang steam. With the conditions around here, you got somebody sucking and turning tricks in the hallway. And then I talked to your spouse and told her, I was like, did some weird stuff be going on in your apartment? Do you not know some weird stuff can go on in your apartment and then it can actually harm? Or if I'm telling you this situation is going on and you're participating in it, you're escalating it. Like, do you not realize how I moved in how I was and how I end up starting to turn every once in a while? Everybody kept coming around harassing. Did anybody stand up and say, yo, what are y'all doing that for? Like somebody brought up the fact that, 2011 yesterday. I was like, right, I forgot. So somebody that's involved in the Department of Justice, FBI, NYPD, something like that, like trying to make sure that things are actually looked into the right way. It seems a little different. Like, why would somebody doing all this extra stuff? So I was like, I know ain't nobody putting that on me. I'm pretty much asking to go to jail if that was true. Then even yesterday, old boy snapping, guess who I sent a text message to? The person downstairs like, oh, well, hey, something's going on. I even sent a text message when somebody was on a fire escape going to somebody's room. Hey, dude, I think I seen somebody in the whatchamacallit. But see, this is not my responsibility, bro. I shouldn't have to tell people, make sure your upstairs is locked because people be up there. Or, you know what I mean? Somebody could be high out their mind, slip and fall, go over the edge, do some extra stuff, and y'all ain't got no fire alarm. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't doing this. Y'all aren't giving out. Like, oh, I saw this too at the last place. You're talking about monkeypox, right? No, you're talking about COVID first. Oh, we give shots. Oh, good. Don't. But that was somebody coming to you. So 9 times out of 10, they probably came to you. Probably didn't ask them to come to you. I put money on it. I bet you they asked to come to you. Or they said they wanted to come there. Then it was what? The monkeypox was next, right? They had one little thing on the door saying you should go get this and sign it up here. I think that was kind of after I said something. Because I first heard, I was like, okay, well, yeah, that seems weird. Let me make sure I go ahead and get the vaccine for monkeypox because we're in like a place. I saw the dude outside on the street. I was like, yeah, I should probably make sure because y'all. And I'm looking at people like, and it's stupid because 9 times out of 10, y'all sit around here and y'all rub elbows. But I'm like, all this stuff is just like weird to me because I'm like, yeah, it's okay, we got you. But I'm like, bro, you don't understand It's almost like if I was sitting down here um with the real ghost of Mansa and whatchamacallit, I'd be like, what's going on today, bro? Like, if I was going sitting down here with whatchamacallit, whatever happened with all of that? I forgot about this. I'm like sitting here like all this other stuff. What the heck? And then in the post office, you say, "Oh, whatchamacallit, must that wasn't us that said that." Oh, okay. Well, then it definitely wasn't me that was in there trying to kick that. I'm like, that don't make no sense. You're talking about my mail, talking about this, talking about that. I'm like, a mailbox get broken into. But I'm sitting up here putting in a complaint because of trash. Oh, we got all these kids around. We got COVID. We got all this. We got like what? People that are coming from shelters digging in your trash, right? Strolling trash all around. Not even looking at, am I looking out for staff who's out there playing around at the garbage can? I'm also looking out for the kids because I'm like, okay, why would they have, and then somebody using kids, like I said, on a train coming back. I'm sitting there getting on to do like, yo, what the is y'all problem? There's a kid here like anxious or yelling right next to y'all when y'all trying to do all this weird stuff. Like, chill out. Well, yeah, you know, which because stop making us. I was like, what? Who's here, man? Who's got a gun to your head? Then somebody, oh, what could they say anything about you? You already know what I've gone through. You demonstrated at actually way more than 3 locations or 2 locations. Well, I think this would definitely make the official third. That kind of like makes me upset. I'm like, what the? In the situations I've been in, the things I've been through, I'm just like, come on, like I just didn't sit in public housing. I wasn't just doing this. I what? Rented a room in a house, rented a house. I done everything except for own. Stayed at home with my grandma, stayed with my mom, stayed with a friend, rented a condo, rented an apartment, had school housing, had rented a room in somebody else's quote unquote place. Went back with my like I've done everything. Been outside on the street, actually homeless, so don't even go there. It wasn't that long because I was like, oof, honey. And I honestly, when I slept outside, it wasn't that bad. Honestly, I was kind of nervous. I was like, what the heck? But we went. I was like, wow, you got a nice little view. Granted, some might crawl on you in the middle of the night. I'm like, it was actually pretty decent. And they talking about, and then there was a real show. It wasn't this. It wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't this. I was like, that was like one of them. You got to make the cut. And you had a row shower. Where you had like the shower spigots. Like it was like jail. The jail showers and the big room, or the room like the living room in here with like 6 bunk beds, where you didn't have nothing but like a little walkway, and you just basically came in at what, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, went to sleep from 8 to 6, woke back up, they fed you and put you out on the street. You can leave your stuff. You can have a whole bunch of stuff piled up. It was okay. Boom, you're done. We might see you tomorrow. We might not. And so I think one of the places you have to pay. So it's like, oh, you got to get up like, what was it, like $20? And I was like, that's deep. Like somebody even asked me on the train, oh, you ain't never done it. I was like, boom, give me the merch. What you mean? Give me the hat. What's the, okay, ma'am? Excuse me. I got this hat. No, yeah, well, you want to make some money? You trying to call my bluff? Give me the hat. People were kind of rude as heck with it. I was like, dang, I thought y'all at least get a little nigga support. You heard the speech, you heard the that. I would have pulled out the money if I would have had it. Like, yeah, dang, he did kind of get up and do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, like I probably wouldn't have done that. But he said even a guy that didn't tell me he didn't have gave him a hat to see if he could. You know, I'll see. I see what I can do. Da da da. I'm sitting here like, but then somebody else is just like, I'm trying to, I sat here like, well, maybe we could even, if we did this the right way, be like, oh, well, maybe a little while you, a little while me, and kind of like, like tag team, da da da. And I was like, it's like, oh, I want to be leader. I was like, hey, well, maybe if you actually like showcase that you were like a really the leader type material to stand up for somebody when you know they were innocent. Like somebody, I was like, how does this person know I'm innocent, but it's proven taxing to get them to kind of stand up. That's why I got so mad. And I get mad in my head, but somebody wants to fuel it. Like, that ain't right. I'm like, you know how upset I am right now. Like, did you tell him why I'm upset? Yo, he's upset right now because he might not X, Y, and Z. I'm like, that don't make no sense. I'm sitting here worried about because I'm in whatchamacallit because somebody else tells them to hold me, not because I need to be held there. Or maybe I did because I think they gave an example there. Did I recall correct? Didn't they? I think they did. At every single hospital. I'm like, okay, so at every single hospital, y'all giving examples. Wow. At HRA, y'all gave an example. Wow. But the one on the north side, I was like, wow. I think I have that one recorded. I think I put it online. Not once did y'all say anything about whatchamacallit then. So I'm like, I know y'all ain't coming trying to tag nothing on me and say this. I mean, y'all gotta be talking to somebody else, bro. And somebody else gonna say that. It don't make no sense for somebody to sit there and have to have to? Wow. I wish somebody would say, oh, can you see? I told you that. And that, regardless, if you unsure, guess what I would do? Yo, if or if not, blah, 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 blah. Clearly, blah, 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 blah. Fix the problem. Somebody think, oh, I had the wrong person. But then on the flip side, somebody saying this and somebody saying that. So I'm like, okay, because now I'm getting confused. I'm like, there's a funny reason why I have yet to I'm like, maybe you shouldn't hide. Because I'm like, I'm feeling something and something else. So maybe the something should show themselves to me. So I can look you right in the freaking eyes and say, you know what? Like, you better look you in the eyes and be like, what is this? Yeah, I'm good. You can give me the money for this. You know what I mean? Or you can da 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 because I don't even know if I want that around me doing all this. Because like I said, it feels like two different pendulums. And then somebody taking my words constantly. Why not just come and talk? Oh, see, he said, oh, no, I did this so you can save you some money. Or I did this. Who asked you to do that? Like I said, New York City is, I think their GDP, what was it? I called it out. Billion. They don't need a billionaire to do what? That's why I'm confused. And then when I say one thing, somebody turns it around and changes it. Oh, you need some magician to do something for y'all? And y'all sitting here talking about work? Honey, what did they say about spells? Stuff wears. I don't care what nobody say. Every movie, I think honestly, movies be talking some real shit sometimes. Like what was that? How? What was that? That um RIPD where they had that spell. Oh yeah, this is what it looks like, and when they showed the real, and the house started falling apart. It was old, like what, 200 years old, untouched, but it looked like a brand new house. Like, all right, y'all looking like a brand new house. And then literally say somebody. So you try to live somebody's life to see stuff, and I'm still thinking, what is this? And now somebody else saying it because they're on the whatchamacallit. I was like, this sounds like whatchamacallit. Y'all trying to give me a cue and see what happens or something. I'm like, what the heck is y'all doing? Is this cabin fever? Is it cabin fever or cabin in the woods? Is this cabin in the woods? Who's the fool? Who's the? Cause I'm about the. It just makes me sick. I'm like, what? Don't worry, I got that. So you have me on cam. Oh, Lord, ain't talking about me. He's talking about somebody else. So you have me on cam, and you're talking about something being, oh, and around my kid. Why wouldn't you talk to me then? You know nobody talked to me, came and talked to me, so you couldn't really care about your kids. That's the final slap. You can't care about your kids. You don't come in on top of somebody. I talked about people. I talked to Nigel for some kids. Like I even tried to move the whole situation. Remember, I was like, I should go to a soundproof apartment and probably go on the floor with some people that what never home or older. It's like everything I asked for, I get the opposite every time. And then they're talking about where am I at? I just told, and then the officer, this is why I'm pissed it didn't give the recording. And you have to ask this officer to tell the truth, yes or no, and see what they say. Did he ask? Did you have to ask for the address more than once? And why ask for the address when you sat there and told him he could do the report there? And somebody, because in the background we said to give it. And I'm telling you, I have people following around harassing me. Why the heck would you ask for the? That don't make no sense. And then the police officer even said about harassment. Yeah, it is harassment. Y'all don't think I should go talk to him? Oh, don't worry. Got an internal affairs investigation going about that. My stuff was stolen. Of course, I should bring that up. Stuff stolen out of my apartment. I worked hard to try to get. I was working jobs, bro. I was going to get ready to go back to school. I had my own little PS4 and my own little And when I got the big TV too, somebody just, oh, he got in a big TV. Oh, I see. I'm like, who is talking about? They better not be talking about my TV, but it seemed like they were because as soon as I got it, that's what they were talking about. I'm gonna have a big TV in my apartment. But all I want to do is come home and play my PS4. I had my laptop getting ready for school. I was buying my stuff. That apartment was comfortable to be a studio. I was like, it was pretty comfortable. I had the futon, oversized futon there to kind of chill out. I had the bed that was really comfortable with the nice comforter set. Everything. Like I always try to get my space as comfortable. Try to anyway. Now, oh, you goody two shoes. Oh, you think you better. Oh, this and that. I'm like, how do I do any of that when I just go to work and come home? Oh, gaslight, right? So you're gaslighting to use me to frustrate me to, wow. Wow, you can't talk to somebody. You the GD what? Money making, you can't come talk to somebody. You got to be deceitful. You got to do the very one thing you say you don't want the government to do to y'all. You put me in a situation, and I'm stuck here like, yeah, night shift, y'all got to do better, man, because these walls should be insulated or, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you can hear your neighbor and it's loud and hallways look with this dingy paint. It should be like this color, like the color that I'm in right now, or lighter. That dark doo-doo looking brownish, like water, it looks like watery doo-doo, watery light doo-doo. And the ceilings ain't even white. It gives you this closed-in, cheap feel. I'm like, and then somebody on some these aren't even new. These are my old thoughts. When I thought I came here last time almost. I remember that apartment I was in at the last place. I was like, within the basement. I was like, oh my God, first of all, this would be kind of nice. This is kind of bomb setup. But I was like, you first need to move the trash because you got trash all outside. Then I was like, rats and stuff. Maybe put like a screen door down here because, you know, it's nice to keep airflow down here, but dang. And then having people come in or leaving stuff all around, and they didn't even have like one of them things to put stuff in. And then I was, oh, like at the last place, oh, I got them on camera grabbing them out from under. Why are they under the sink? You didn't even grab them from under the sink when I told you about them. You got people that actually have habits. That don't make no sense. And somebody just wants to keep. They're just using y'all. I'm like, y'all the ones letting them use. That's what's getting me. That's what's blowing my mind. And that. Oh, it's just like disgusting. I get why somebody shamed me. I'm like, dang, last night I was boom, 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 texting. Oh, you're somebody around here still talking. Yesterday, still talking about moving closer. Now I'm trying to kick him real like, yo, bro, it's actually nah. I don't know if you're talking about some spirits and evil. It's people problem. I'm like, don't put that on the spirits, baby. Yeah, the spirits gonna sue y'all. The spirit is like, we ain't doing that. I don't know what you talking about. That's evil. It's people. I'll come back, somebody calling out, oh, blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay. Well, I guess you know what. something else, right? And I had to even look at the woman getting off the elevator. Like, oh, yeah, hi, you see that, man? You see that? Say sorry. No, you need to say sorry. Come on, say, girl, get the. I was the most avid supporter in that. Like, oh, yeah, I think what you call it would be good. And, oh, no, it's not all people are like that. Yeah, there are some, but you got to be careful because I was told that we're put in a situation to where now it's we're hurting ourselves so much that they don't have to worry about it too much. And Austin, when I heard that, I was like, wow. I was like, I thought deep about that. I was like, you know what? This man kind of got a point. Like the psychology was already implanted. And like, what are we doing to break it? They like, we ain't really got to worry about y'all too much. It's already there. Yeah, are y'all breaking it? Oops, sorry. Sorry for their ancestors. But to kind of keep that mentality going, it's like, well, and then that whole like, then it was like a suck up mentality. That suck it up. I was like, whoa. So now you're going back to the jucket job. You jucking and jiving. I give up. I ain't about to sit up here and kiss and turn up people for something else. You know, like the same man outside talking about, they over here, oh, this man, that man. Why y'all okay with somebody doing all that extra stuff? Oh, the cover up for their cover up for the wrong crap they did. In the bathroom. Why was it moving? Why were you showing somebody? Oops. I had to bring that up, didn't I? Dang. Had to bring up how the bathroom. Don't worry, that evidence is gone unless mind reader wants to be honest. I guess he was told, or did mind reader tell somebody what they do, and then they become best friends. Like rocking and rolling in the bathroom. I was like, what the? I felt like I was on a tilt-a-whirl. I'm sitting here like, that's what blows my mind. I'm like a tilt-a-whirl, my nigga. Then somebody, oh, you're waking up right for somebody else. I'm hearing this, so instead of me being able to say it by myself, I'm hearing it. So then I'm kind of like, that is a good idea in saying that part now. But when I woke up, oh, we got to restart. And I was like, that was kind of an interesting concept if you actually went with it. If you go with this, I was like, I wonder what would people do? What the heck would people do? Now I'm hearing somebody around the corner just giggling and laughing and giggling around the same end where old dude was with the steam, and I'm telling him about, well, get you that HEPA filter and X, Y, and Z, probably putting an extra filter on your AC or something. I was telling him running a germ, like I had a germ guardian right in my apartment to try to make sure I filtrate stuff. That don't make no sense. So I'm sitting here like, dang. And then they giving examples of what? I guess how HRA used to do stuff. Uh-oh. Whatchamacallit up, guys? Uh-oh. How they used to do my documents? Oh, well, yeah, we got it, but we didn't get it, or you don't have it yet, or oop, we didn't. I'm like, okay, but you said you called them twice, you verified twice, so the money's going to y'all. There's no doubt it should go to y'all. But now all of a sudden, somebody said what? So I'm gonna wake up in the morning and go there and they're gonna say that too. Wow. Just to get me to use drugs when you could just say, hey, here you go. Make it a whole lot less stressful. You can move all the little neighbors away. Hey, we got something we're doing right here, and we need to see this guy do this, so we need y'all guys to move. Which I asked, not to kick him out. Maybe they should move. Maybe they should move. Maybe we should cut on music, like I tried to do yesterday. Oh, you were trying to da-da-da. What? Why did you really go through all of this? It wasn't just for me. It wasn't just for me. You know how dangerous you make stuff? I was like, okay, I'm trying not to. It's like, hun, babe, you making stuff really dangerous. I always say, be careful because behind you could be something else. You never know. And I'm like, y'all gotta really start thinking like that. I'm like, because next thing you know, something gonna happen. The way you talking about torturing, I forgot about that. Torturing whatchamacallit. It's like listening. Oh, I forgot. Polar Ground showed what? So like, not only is my neighbors talking, then you're talking about something in my, then you're talking about somebody reading. So I'm just like, dang. And you expect me to walk them? And somebody just getting that, like, I don't think that's no dang, no, I don't think that's an alien. I think that's just a really tough person. You probably get a whole lot further. Like I said, somebody taking a paintbrush out, painting the dang, putting together some money and buying paint, and going up there and painting over all that graffiti. And probably putting some, I think they got some new stuff out in there where the graffiti, the not where you can keep it where the graffiti doesn't stick on the stuff when you paint. I forget what it's called. It's something, I think they got the paint now that you paint and graffiti won't show up on it. So you're like, this is weird. Then I go down to whatchamacallit. Y'all giving examples. So I'm like, okay, so why can't you say what you're doing? Or why can't you say properly? Oh, because you don't want somebody to know their work. And somebody always does what? Oh, in the morning we were going to do X, Y, and Z. Huh. I'm talking windows up, lights on. You know what I be doing right now? Well, he just woke up. He need to brush his teeth and we should go up there and knock on the door right now. That'd be funny, right? Person gets a kick out of everything. He woke up, his breath was stinking. He still came to the door. He was like, oh, I told you he had stink breath the other day. Probably didn't brush this from yesterday. instead, nah, I want to wait a minute. You got to brush his teeth first. Oh, he posted we harassed him by the end. Yeah, no wonder why he's here. Yesterday, I was like, I'm sure somebody gotta come in here now. Or gotta at least bring me some. I guess that's why. Whatchamacallit? You trying to hook that back up? Or are you trying to say, oh, the same stuff happened? I mean, actually, nah, baby, it's different. Like, you can't sit there and say the same exact stuff that happened. That's probably somebody copping out. I was like, at one point, I was like, is this, kids using string? I was like, hey, y'all using string in here, bro? What the? That's why I stood there, kept looking around one time. I was like, hold on, I gotta figure this out. Okay, so they probably got somebody on the other side of the wall over there. They definitely got somebody like in that room back there doing something. They don't know they got somebody pulling some strings somewhere or something. The cars could easily be on like some hydraulics. Because I was like, you got, I hate to say it, but you got a whole bunch of people that know how to put in some switches. So I'm like, there's probably some switches around here. Not saying anything bad about it. Who doesn't like switches? But there's probably some switches around here. Then as you got all these places that are open. You got walls where somebody can lean against to make it look like something. Like I noticed in the bathroom, I was like, every time the person came in, it was like the weight made cracks kind of open. So that clearly you can make it look like it. Then somebody, the Westmaholic said, hit my face. Whoa, yeah, you crazy now. You in the bathroom? Yeah, in the bathroom. In the bathroom. And then what do you call it? Water. Don't call me talking about some, oh, well, this is still. Nigga, did you check? I don't know, nigga. And if it was dirty once, this residue's still probably in there, even if it does come clear. He just wanted me to sit up there and say something. I guess a lie. I'm like, you should just go check it because you never know. You have a fire here, fire thing. So what happens if you have a fire and you go up there and the junk is all dirty and clogged up anyway? And you're between two hotels. I'm like, oh, so you're in you're between two hotels. You didn't even check your shit. You ain't checking them. It ain't like it's that. I mean, it probably is a good amount, but it ain't like it's that. Probably that many left. And I started thinking about it. I was like, nah, you probably hit the whole city. And then are you because somebody's yelling it out? It's like you might want to get them out there because somebody's straight yelling it out. And somebody running around, didn't take, like, whoa. Aren't you contact? Oh wow! So, I went ahead and did that because I guess. Now you're gonna wear shirts tomorrow. Okay, we're gonna do tomorrow. Is we're gonna wear shirts. So I'm like sitting here like, okay, wow, wear shirts, really? Go ahead and boost that. Wearing shirts. Okay, wow, that's weird. So if everybody X, Y, Z, wow, that's disrespectful. And then y'all sitting around here like, remember it was, hold on, then it was, am I straighter? But you know somebody was. I said, in, what? Did anybody tell me what happened to Chase? Actually, I think somebody kind of said it. I don't know if it was just to me, though. I think it was that was just to me. But I had one of them kind of kickback moments. And I even said to myself, if I did find somebody and settle down and they weren't, what's it called, a female, like I'm kind of like would be more apt to just know that probably end up working way better than that. I was like, it would have to be a real stand up person because I know how I am. I know what I would typically date. And I had people driving all the way from out of town to come see me. I had people doing all this different stuff, paying rent, paying, and not even having like that college student in high school. Not really, we did it a lot more than, but you know, when high school I graduated. That's right, because wasn't in high school. I hadn't graduated. I couldn't just go and hang out all day or all night. So I thought you didn't have until you. You're right. It wasn't in high school. It's right after. Unless somebody's trying to be smart. And then somebody told him, "Oh, I got all this information on your family, so you're purposely." I was like, "Dang!" Somebody said that the other day, and I was like, "So you're purposely targeting?" Wow, you're purposely targeting. I was like, "Oh." And New York City and if government officials are okay with this, because y'all gave an example in the courthouse. We were talking about 300, what, 350? But I'm like, that's not guaranteed. I talked to a banker yesterday. What did I say, banker yesterday? Babe, you put stuff in writing. Because the way stuff going around here, what if something happens to me? Then what? Maybe I would want my mother to have that. Let's talk about that. Maybe I would want my brother or my sister to be able to be like, oh, well, y'all said he was going to get, well, yeah, we said he was going to get. And unfortunately, he ain't alive. So, oh well. And that's exactly what it sounds like. We'll be like, he not alive, so, yep, we said we was. We're going to do the right thing by him and everything. We're doing that, blah, blah, blah. Well, oh well. There's somebody riding that thing so long. Yeah, that's exactly. You know how much work we done. And they should keep in the background. They should, oh yeah, we are. Mm-hmm. Oh, let fish talk. Let fish talk. They want fish talk. Oh nah, you know, nah. I'll boss you another day. I'm like, well, so I'm thinking in my head, right? Stop. I think I heard Christy. I'm thinking in my head, like, okay, so Dan, they really had to do a good job. Da, da, da. And then I'm hearing somebody talking about Christy. Yeah, Christy. Like, tell me I did Christy. Tell me you did what? Okay, so now you're fucking with me. I'm like, dang, so you made it so you can't really tell, huh? I was like, that's not right. No, that's blah, blah, blah. Did he know? Were you going to even tell? Or were you going to do the little scoot on out here? Are we done with you? Run along, leave the state like last time. Hope everything works out. You know, got a job, you got two jobs last time. Got two jobs when I came back. So I'm sitting here like, Then went to whatchamacallit. She trying, like, oh, maybe you can do this and maybe you can do that. I'm like, well, nah, you done this and done that. I'm trying to sit up here like, well, maybe I can bet. And this might, well, didn't I tell you you wasn't gonna need no? Okay, who, hon? Because who's giving this example? Who is it this time? Which family is it? Am I naming the family or you're not the family? Is it the first one, the second one, the third? Is the police officers giving examples now? Is the feds gonna be next, or are they already doing it? Was the government the feds, or this with NYPD? Which one was the people? I thought that was the homeless one, the last one. So the homeless gave an example. NYPD this time. Uh, no, it was the white folks last time. And then Trader Joe's. Target, when I was trying to get a SIM card safely. Y'all can't pull call records? Or you having to wait until they get old and you can't pull them? Oh, we gotta do an example now. Do an example. Cut it. Like I even told them too long to them. Good chase. I'm like, why would I do all this? So clearly I had it's almost like a set rhythm of what I try to do to try to count. I guess to get better and better with it now. Like, you know what? Yeah, last time I logged when I said about the credit card, debit card, and I was outside. And it was somebody else's card number. I'm like, dang. I'm sitting here like, it's all. I'm trying to see like this stuff is like, whoa. And somebody's like, well, don't look for New York City. Oh no, no, look for City New York. I'm like, well, yeah, New York City should have a cut and something. Like, whether they meant to or not. Oh, we ain't had nothing to do with it. Yeah, you did. You participated. I wouldn't purposely participate in it. Like somebody trying to make it sound like the doubt or something. Oh, you the one yelling at me. No, 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 no. Don't pull me over in that because I wouldn't be the one participating in any of that. Oh, you want around record? I'm recording because one, I got permission. Two, I let you know. And three, anybody giving out any of y'all information because you clearly in and out how I posted out front, inside of like in front of the place. Talk to different stores. And I was like, but back then, I have the type mentality. It's probably a reason why something would be left with me in the first place. Because I'm like thinking about it. I have the mentality to not really have an addictive personality. That's another thing. I really don't. Oh, that's because of it. But then probably something would probably be made for something. If that's the case, like, have you ever thought about that? Like maybe it's the reason why. Because I'm not trying to like be Dr. Claw. I'm saying maybe okay, he's not trying to be Dr. Claus. Maybe we leave it with this because we know that we know their antics, we know their behavior. Like you know what I'm saying? Like maybe if that was the case, we know if some